Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Wednesday, January 6th, 2016. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Now for the news in detail. The Government of National Unity is seeking the support of its private sector partners as it reorganizes and recalibrates the People Empowerment Program, PEP. The PEP was initiated with the aim of contributing to the national social and economic transformation by the establishment of various projects that provide employment opportunities for qualifying nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis. PEP seeks to empower participants by providing training to assist in the development of the requisite human resource capabilities and entrepreneurial skills, facilitate the participants' smooth integration into the workforce, and contribute to household disposable incomes through the payment of a weekly stipend or the provision of microfinancing for small entrepreneurs. Making his New Year's address, Prime Minister Harris said while there may be merit in some aspects of the PEP, some facts about the program are indisputable.
The program is unsustainable as is presently formulated. It has cost the country over $165 million to date. A recent productivity and performance assessment of the program by the Caribbean Development Bank has revealed that of the more than 4,000 workers that were on the PEP program, less than 140 benefited from sustainable training. Most workers have been on PEP since its inception. Full-time, permanent employment is still very much out of the reach of most persons in the program.
Prime Minister Harris outlined his government's expectations of the PEP.
We want PEP workers to be fully employed by their employers in 2016 and their wages to reflect the fair value of their work. We also want persons on the PEP program to be assisted in the setting up of their own businesses. In this regard, we shall provide a tranche of resources to the Development Bank to extend the Fresh Start to the PEP workers.
Better days are coming for the program's participants, Prime Minister Harris noted.
The government cannot continue to subsidize the labor pool of private sector firms. It stands to reason that if any business intends to remain viable, it cannot have its workforce being paid by PEP. Such businesses need to confirm the employment of their PEP workers in 2016. In 2016, PEP will be revamped and repurposed. In this regard, we solicit the ongoing cooperation of the Chamber of Industry and Commerce and the Hotel and Tourism Association.
Prime Minister Harris said the redesigned program should be multifaceted and inclusive of a training and recruitment mechanism that facilitates a measured entry into and graduation out of the program on a consistent basis. The President of the Caribbean Court of Justice CCJ, the Right Honourable Sir Dennis Byron, has formally congratulated the Government of National Unity on a courtesy call paid on Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Timothy Harris on January 4th, 2016 at Government Headquarters. Addressing Prime Minister Harris, Sir Dennis congratulated him and his government on assuming office in February of 2015. Prime Minister Harris was joined by Minister the Honourable Ian Liburd, Attorney General and Minister of Justice and Legal Affairs, the Honourable Vincent Byron, and Cabinet Secretary Josephine Huggins. In welcoming Sir Dennis, Prime Minister Harris said he is pleased with the important innovations to the judiciary that Sir Dennis brought to the 10-year-old CCJ. Prime Minister Harris told Sir Dennis that he has been in the vanguard of reforms of the judiciary, thereby ensuring greater utilization of the court. He congratulated Sir Dennis for championing the cause of CARICOM countries joining the CCJ as their court of last resort. Sir Dennis used his visit to apprise the members of Cabinet of some of the achievements of the CCJ during the last 10 years. He said that the CCJ has established a solid track record record and plays a leading role in jurisprudence in addressing some key issues that have not been addressed anywhere. He also said that the CCJ has had more than 160 appellate matters in the region brought before it, which he acclaimed as an excellent record. Sir Dennis encouraged Prime Minister Harris to take the first step in ending the use of the Privy Council as the final court of appeal for St. Kitts and Nevis. Sir Dennis, who is a Kittitian-born legal luminary, has more than 30 years' experience as a judge. Having served as former Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Court of Appeal, Sir Dennis succeeded Justice Michael de la Bastide as the second President of the Caribbean Court of Justice in 2011. He was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2000 and appointed as a member of Her Majesty's Privy Council in 2004. He has also served as president of the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda. Amateur photographers on Nevis are being presented with an opportunity to be named Photographer of the Year by the Nevis Island Administration's Ministry of Tourism. The Ministry of Tourism today announced the hosting of its first Photographer of the Year competition with the hope of making it an annual event. Making the announcement, Communications Officer Sheila James said the Ministry of Tourism is encouraging persons who are genuinely interested to get started, as it looks forward to receiving their entries.
The criteria is pretty straightforward. We ask that all interested persons take note. All applicants must be 25 years and over to take part. They must also be non-professional photographers and from Nevis. We have 5 themes for the competition. Each applicant provides 5 hard copies of 8x5 photographs of the following: eco-nature, culinary, people, historical buildings, and a creative vision. Photographs can be in colour or black and white. Best preference is a combination. Application forms are at the Ministry of Tourism. I'm very happy to assist with any questions you may have regarding the competition criteria and prizes.
All registrants must have their photographs hand-delivered to the Ministry of Tourism by noon on February 12, 2016. The competition's winners, according to James, will be announced at an evening awards show at NEPAC in early March on a date to be announced. Still to come.
We came down to win, so it wasn't a surprise.
The details after this break.
Time is like a flowing river. No water passes beneath your feet twice.
Moments never pass you by again. Here's to the new year
and all the promises and hopes it brings. Hope each day brings you showers of joy and surprises.
May your new year be blessed with peace, love, and joy.
Sending heartfelt wishes with joy that never ends.
May happy times and warm memories brighten your new year.
Counting my blessings and wishing you more. Hope you enjoy the new year in store.
May God bless and protect you for 2016.
So cherish every moment that life gives you.
From all of us here at the Department of Information,
have a wonderful new year!
Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
Welcome back. Neela Jones captured the 2015-2016 Haynes Smith Caribbean Talented Teen title on St. Kitts at the recently concluded Sugar Mass 44 celebrations. Her chaperone was former Miss Culture Queen Diane Hobson. Hobson recently spoke to us about her experience working with Jones.
Chaperoning Neela was basically not very hard because I've worked with her with the Miss GSS, where she won all 3 titles, and we have a great relationship, so the teamwork was excellent and it made it a lot easier for me to work with her.
She also spoke about her thoughts on the night of the competition.
I felt very confident from the beginning. When she did the first segment, she was like way out there. So I said she has a good start, and if she keep being consistent, which she did, and so then by method of elimination, as they called out each island, for example, she was more outstanding than each person who they call out, so it was just automatic that she would emerge as winner. And we came down to win, so it wasn't a surprise. I go for good representation, promoting our country, make sure she showcases her talent, and for me it's just like bringing out the best in someone. Is not like a feather in the cap for me.
Hobson is a popular chaperone who has captured many titles in the Miss Culture pageant. Jamal Jean-Jacques also assisted Jones on her way to victory by shooting and editing her promotional video and helping to develop her vocal skills. Neela Jones captured the title from a field of contestants from 9 territories to become the first representative of Nevis to gain the prestigious title. Registration for the 2016 Nevis Culturama Festival competitions is now open. Registration forms for the Miss Culture, Miss Swimwear, and Mr. and Miss Talented Youth pageants, and the Mr. Cool and Junior and Senior Kaiso contests, and the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch competitions can be obtained from the Culturama Secretariat in the Cotton Ginnery Mall, Charlestown, from Monday to Friday between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Forms can also be downloaded from the festival's website www.culturamanevis.com. Registration deadlines are as follows. For the Miss Culture and Miss Swimwear pageants, Mr. Cool and Junior and Senior Kaiso contests, April 15th, 2016. The Groovy and Power Soca Monarch competitions, May 6th, 2016. The Mr. and Miss Talented Youth pageant, May 30th, 2016. The Road March contest, July 1st, 2016. Completed forms must be returned to the Culturama Secretariat at the Cotton Ginnery Mall on or before the dates and time stipulated. Meanwhile, the 2016 Nevis Culturama Festival's slogan contest has been officially launched. Slogans should be original, short, and catchy to reflect the true spirit of Nevis's Culturama Festival. Slogans used for other festivals cannot be entered. Entries can be submitted at the Culturama Secretariat at the Cotton Ginnery Mall or emailed to the Secretariat at culturamanevis.com. The deadline for submission is February 15th, 2016. The winner will receive 2 complimentary passes to all Culturama 2016 events and a plaque. The Nevis Culturama Committee reserves the right to use the winning slogan during its planned extensive promotion of Culturama 2016, which will be celebrated over the period of July 21st to August 2nd, 2016. And that brings us to the end of tonight's presentation of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.